How much can you save by brewing your own coffee? Everyone loves coffee. It wakes you up. It gives you a boost. It gives you a great start to a new day. You know you could expect to save money, but how much could you expect to save by making your own? How much would it cost per cup of coffee if you brewed it yourself as compared to a Tim Hortons or McDonald's cup of coffee? What is the comparison? Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Starbucks. If you purchase a large 20-ounce coffee at Starbucks these days, a venti, you would find it would cost you $2.89 for a large. And if buying coffee 5 days per week, it would cost you a whopping $751 for the year in coffee alone. McDonald's. If you bought a large coffee at McDonald's, it will cost you $2.20 for a large 20-ounce cup of coffee. Doing the math on that, estimated again 5 coffees per week, you could expect to spend $572 per year on coffee at McDonald's. Well, last but not least is Tim Hortons. A large coffee at Tim Hortons is going to cost you $1.90, being the most economical of the three between McDonald's and Starbucks. And that would translate to approximately $494 per year on coffee. Well, what if you brewed your own coffee? How much does it cost to brew a homemade large cup of coffee? Well, I purchased a coffee machine for $57 at Walmart. I purchased the filters needed and a brand of coffee that I like, and I broke down each expense as to how much it would cost me per cup of coffee, then added the totals together. And here are the numbers. Coffee machine. I purchased a coffee machine for about $58 at Walmart. And I estimated about a 5-year life for that coffee machine and translated that to a cost per cup of coffee. Using it about 5 days per week, if you did the math, it would translate to a cost of about 5 cents for each cup of coffee brewed. Coffee filters. I purchased a pack of about 100 coffee filters for about $3.77. If you did the math, this would translate to a cost of 4 cents for each cup of coffee brewed. In other words, 4 cents for each filter that I use per brew. Coffee. Now, depending on which brand you buy and how much coffee you use per brew, here's where your numbers can vary the most. I priced out 3 different popular brands of ground coffee to see the difference in price and found that the price only differs about 7 cents per cup. Also, after numerous articles and instructions on trying to determine how much coffee it would take to brew a homemade 20-ounce cup of coffee, I determined that the perfect brew would take roughly 6 tablespoons of ground coffee. Doing the math, here's what I came up with. So it cost me about $5.65 for this can of Medaglia d'Oro Italian roast coffee. Using the estimate that I came up with of about 6 tablespoons per coffee brew, this would translate to about 60 cents per cup of coffee. Thermos. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but I wanted to be completely fair and include all expenses, including the price of a thermos that I needed for my commute to work each day. So I went ahead and figured out how much the cost of a thermos would translate into each brew. I purchased this thermos for about $30, and assuming a 5-year life, that would translate to a cost of 2 cents for each coffee brew I make each day. So what does everything add up to for brewing my own 20-ounce cup of coffee at home? Well, looking at all the costs, here's what it comes down to. It costs 5 cents per cup for the cost of the coffee machine, 4 cents per cup for the cost of the coffee filters, 60 cents per cup for ground coffee, and 2 cents per cup if you factor in the cost of the thermos. This comes to a total of 71 cents per cup of coffee if I made that same large 20-ounce coffee at home rather than buying it at McDonald's or Tim Hortons. So knowing now that it costs around 71 cents to brew coffee at home, if we were brewing our own coffee daily, it would translate to a cost of $185 per year. Knowing this, we could expect to save at a minimum over $300 per year in coffee, and even up to $560 a year if we were buying our coffee from Starbucks.